So, this part of our program, just before the lecture starts, you'll be sitting down for a few more moments, so it's a good time to stretch your legs, get the circulation back in moving. Back up there, I'm very sorry, but anyway. And if they get tired, you can clap them in time with the chanting. And then in time with the chanting, you put one foot in front of the other one. Like that, and then back again, and then the other one in front of that, and back. So practice a little bit. Very easy, very easy. So this is a Hare Krishna dance style. It's called the Swami step, and tonight we had an actual Swami to speak to you coming shortly. So please chant with great vigor, dance with just as much, and be happy. That's an order. So arms in the air, and we're going to just start. Start off nice and slowly for our newcomers. And anything could happen. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.
Advaita Gadadhar Shivasati Gaur Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So I'd like to read this evening from Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, text number 16. Chaturvidha bhajante mam janasukritino arjuna artho jigyasararthati gyanicha bharatarshava. Lord Krishna said, O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service to me: the distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute. Purport. Unlike the miscreants, these are adherents of the regulative principles of the scriptures, and they are called Sukritina, or those who obey the rules and regulations of scriptures, the moral and social laws, and are more or less devoted to the Supreme Lord. Out of these there are 4 classes of men: those who are sometimes distressed, those who are in need of money, those who are sometimes inquisitive, and those who are sometimes searching after knowledge of the Absolute Truth. These persons come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service under different conditions. These are not pure devotees because they have some aspiration to fulfill in exchange for devotional service. Pure devotional service is without aspiration and without desire for material profit. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11 defines pure devotion thus: Anyabilasita sunyan gyana karma dhyana vritam anukulena krishnanu shilanam bhakti rutama. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire for material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. When these 4 kinds of persons come to the Supreme Lord for devotional service and are completely purified by the association of a pure devotee, they also become pure devotees. As far as miscreants are concerned, for them devotional service is very difficult because their lives are selfish, irregular, and without spiritual goals. But even some of them, by chance, when they come in contact with a pure devotee, also become pure devotees. Those who are always busy with fruitive activities come to the Lord in material distress, and at that time associate with pure devotees and become in their distress devotees of the Lord. Those who are simply frustrated also come sometimes to associate with the pure devotees and become inquisitive to know about God. Similarly, when the dry philosophers are frustrated in every field of knowledge, they sometimes want to learn of God, and they sometimes come to the Supreme Lord to render devotional service and thus transcend knowledge of the impersonal Brahman and the localized Paramatma and come to the personal conception of Godhead by the grace of the Supreme Lord or as pure devotee. On the whole, when the distressed, the inquisitive, the seekers of knowledge, and those who are in need of money are free from all material desires, when they fully understand that material remuneration has nothing to do with spiritual improvement, they become pure devotees. As long as such a purified stage is not attained, devotees in transcendental service to the Lord are tainted with fruitive activities, the search for mundane knowledge, etc. So one has to transcend all this before one can come to the stage of pure devotional service. Chaturvidha bhajanti mam jana sukritino arjuna artho jigyasarartharti gyanicha bharatarshava. Lord Krishna said, O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and he is searching after knowledge of the Absolute. So, in this material world, the living beings are fallen down into ignorance, and their lives are generally not at all spiritual or religious. Rather, they're pursuing various kinds of mundane objectives in this material world, thinking that they'll become happy through material sense gratification. Of course, one does not become happy through material sense gratification. Rather, one simply becomes frustrated, and eventually he should realize that there's no happiness in the material world. Unfortunately, many persons, they cannot come to this understanding because they do not know anything better. And so, because they don't know anything better, they continue trying to pursue